Yesterday, Gwen Stefani was in the news after she made a controversial statement in an interview claiming, "I am Japanese." The response was as you could expect. Gwen Stefani faces backlash. Gwen Stefani enrages Twitter. If you didn't know, Gwen Stefani has had a long-standing love for Japan. She even had a Harajuku phase where she hired 4 Japanese backup dancers to be in her videos and accompany her to events. However, people in the West have criticized her, saying that this is cultural appropriation. In this most recent interview, when confronted about this, she explained why she felt connected to Japan, discussing how her father worked for Yamaha, traveling to Japan and back many times, and would tell her lots of stories from there, and that when she finally managed to go to Japan, she went to Harajuku and she felt at home, saying, "My God, I'm Japanese and I didn't even know it." The statement, "I'm Japanese" from Gwen Stefani is of course a bit strange, but are people getting up in arms about nothing? How are actual Japanese people reacting to this news? Let's take a look. I'll preface this by saying I did not cherry pick these replies to spin a narrative. These tweets were the top when I sorted by recency. Alright, let's get started. Everything I say from now on is them talking, not me. I haven't seen any Japanese people complaining about this. On the other hand, people who do have a problem with it, you're now banned from eating curry and ramen. When Gwen Stefani came to Japan, I called out to her in the club and she replied, "Arigato" to me. I was so happy. If she says she's Japanese, then I welcome it. I don't think there are any Japanese people who think this is cultural appropriation. She says she loves Japan, and if her music has been influenced by us, then I'm simply happy about that. I want her to love Japan more and more. I went to prep school in Harajuku, and I'll allow it. You are Japanese. She's really only saying she loves Japanese culture, and I seriously don't see what the problem with that is. The people complaining about Gwen Stefani probably aren't Japanese anyways. If Gwen Stefani is culturally appropriating, then most of J-pop would be culturally appropriating too. I don't understand. We're always copying foreign artists singing and dancing too. It's nice to know that she loves Japan. I still find the name Harajuku Girls a little bit funny though. Alright, those were the tweets. I also checked out the comments for the trending Yahoo News article about this whole thing. Again, I'll be reading those now. If someone wears a costume to make fun of another country, it's fair to criticize them for cultural appropriation. But if they love that country and they want to wear its clothing, they're of course welcome to and shouldn't be criticized. The people who cry out cultural appropriation and judge based on their own assumptions, without even trying to understand the culture of that country, need to understand that they are the ones who are biased. If this is cultural appropriation, I guess we're required to go back to the way we lived in the Edo period. When I first set foot in my beloved England, I was so moved that I started crying. It made me feel strangely nostalgic, to the point where I thought, was I British in my past life? If I said that, I guess I would face backlash too. Another one of these crazy stories. It was the same with Ariana Grande. People relentlessly criticizing Japan-loving celebrities as cultural appropriators. What Japanese person has ever said anything about this being cultural appropriation? Does that make sense to anyone? It doesn't to me. Since ancient times, Japan has taken culture from foreign countries and customized it to suit us. Most Japanese people don't care about concepts like cultural appropriation, so I don't think she has anything to be worried about. Anyways, thank you for loving Japan. I don't understand this. What about, for example, the Japanese rock bands who copy foreign bands? Are they all cultural appropriators too? Isn't it normal to borrow things that you like? If they're really saying Gwen's statements are problematic, Japanese people who wear t-shirts and suits are cultural appropriators too. The people who are criticizing her know absolutely nothing about Japan. So that's what they think. This doesn't mean no Japanese people were offended by Gwen's admittedly cringe statement, but the overwhelming majority of people did not seem to have any issue with it. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and give me feedback in the comments because I've never really made a video like this before.